the best alphabet that all languages dream of.
It is a great achievement and a monumental event, and is not found in any letter.
The best of all the characters in the world.
Hangul is a character that has been praised by scholars around the world. Hangeul, which was also listed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1998, is sometimes used as a text by Indonesian Thetians, who do not have their own characters, and by Guadalcanal and Malacca in the Solomon Islands. UNESCO highly appreciates King Sejong, who created Hangeul, so that the name of the award, given to those who contributed to the eradication of illiteracy around the world, is the statue of King Sejong. Today, let's see about King Sejong, the great man who created Hangeul. King Taejong's third son, Sejong, was born on May 15, 1397. For your information, May 15th, when King Sejong was born, means a teacher of the people who made Hangeul, and in Korea, it is called Teacher's Day. King Sejong was famous for his natural genius and enthusiasm for learning since he was young. From Confucian scriptures to history, law, astronomy, music, and medicine, he studied and studied in various fields, and later laid the foundation for becoming a king. However, his father Taejong, who was worried that his eyesight would get worse, and his body would get weaker after reading books all day long without exercising, had him clean up all the books in Sejong's room. It is said that young King Sejong found a book that was not cleaned up under the folding screen, and wore it until it was worn out. From an early age like this, King Sejong distinguished himself by exploring various fields, not only learning but also music and art. King Sejong, who turned 12 in 1408, got married and was later given the title Hangeul. When I talked about it earlier, King Sejong was the third son, so King Taejong wanted to give up his throne to his eldest son, King Hangeul. Taejong himself ascended the throne in a bloody battle, so his successor wanted to establish authority by following the principle of succession to firstborn. However, contrary to King Taejong's wishes, Hangeul was constantly causing accidents. In the end, King Taejong's heart gradually turned to Sejong, his wife's third son, and eventually abolished Hangeul, and sealed King Sejong as the next king. The night he made this decision, Taejong cried and cried all night. 2 months later, King Sejong finally became the fourth king of Joseon at the age of 22. However, King Sejong began to exercise his real authority as king after his father. Taejong died 5 years after he ascended the throne. King Sejong, who became king, carried out politics of inclusion and consideration, including placing Hwang Hee, his opponent, in government posts. King Sejong, who thought he would identify the human resources and place them in the right place, managed the country of Joseon efficiently and perfectly by entrusting the right position for the human resources. At the same time, he opened the Renaissance period of Joseon in various fields such as defense, science, music, art, and culture, and Sejong's achievements are so numerous that I will briefly introduce a few things. In the field of national defense, the enemy in the north was driven out. The army was formed to expand the territory of Joseon, and in the south, the relatives were driven out and Tsushima was conquered. In the field of science, he spared no effort to invent water clocks, sundials, and rain gauges, and even though he was in a strict social status, he hired a servant, Jang Youngsil, to train professionals who could be useful to the world. In addition, Sejong has achieved brilliant achievements in all fields, from politics to military, economic, science, medicine, welfare, agriculture, publishing, music and literature, and is considered to have upgraded the level of Joseon to one level. Among these great achievements, one of the greatest is the creation of Hangul. It's said that King Sejong always thought of the people so much that he always used the phrase, "Let me know what I did wrong, tell me what hurts the people. It's easy for the people only if we are worn out." He made a book on agriculture with the heart of the people, but the people couldn't read and it didn't help. Also, when they tried to write a protest letter of being unfair, but people who didn't know to write had to get help from high social status ones. In this unfortunate situation, Sejong decided to make letters that the people could easily learn and formed a team. Finally, in 1443, we created an efficient and scientific character Hangeul that anyone can easily learn.
Unlike China, Korean language doesn't match the letters. So there are many people who can't express themselves until the end. Even if the stupid people have something to say, I felt compassion for this. So I made 28 new letters. So each person just tries to learn them easily and make them easier to use every day.
Hangul, which is the only language in history created with the people in mind, is recorded as the only character in the world that knows who made it, and when it was made, and Hangul is the only character in history that can express more than 11,000 letters and sounds. Thanks to King Sejong, the supreme monarch of Joseon, who the people thought was the foundation of the country, Korea has come to have a unique and perfect Korean character, Hangul.
The best world, which I dream of, is a world that makes what the people want to do happy.
So far, I have talked about King Sejong, the greatest king of the Joseon dynasty, and a great monarch who loved the people.